Alright, welcome to the first episode of Maths for Fun. And in this episode, we will be looking at factoring trinomials. Trinomials basically mean an equation with three terms. First one being ax squared, second one being bx, and the third one being c. Alright, the one rule we'll have to apply to a trinomial, or you can say this is a quadratic equation, is that a cannot be 0, as if a is 0, then 0x squared, which is just equal to 0, plus bx plus c, leaving us with bx plus c. This is a linear equation and not a quadratic equation, nor is it a trinomial. Alright, let's look at a few examples. First example is x squared plus 5x minus 6. Alright, one quick way to factor this form is through finding two values. First value, let's just call it p. Second one, we'll just call it q. Now, these two values, when multiplied, has to be equal to negative 6. Negative 6 is c right here. And when these two values are added, they have to equal 5. So p plus q equals 5, which is b right here. So when multiplied equals to c, and when added is equal to b, which is 5. Negative 6 is c, 5 is b. Alright, let's look at some possibilities. Possibilities are, maybe some of you have found 2 and 3. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, but not negative 6. But when added is 5, that is correct, but it's not negative 6. We have to keep in mind that we're looking for negative 6 and not just 6. Now, the answer of these two values are 6 and negative 1. 6 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 6, and 6 minus 1 is 5. So these are going to be the two answers. And since it's x squared, that means there will be two x's multiplied to each other. So let's just make these brackets, yeah? This is how we're going to factor them. Put two x's in front of them. Now, the two values we found was 6 and negative 1. So this is positive 6, meaning plus 6, positive 6, plus 6. And then we add we put the other value in the other bracket, negative 1, meaning minus 1. Now, let's try and multiply both of these, yeah? X squared, right here, x times x is x squared. X multiplied by negative 1 is minus x. 6 times x is 6x. And then 6 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 6. X squared, now minus x plus 6x, meaning 6x minus x is just 5x. So we can just remove this and replace it with 5x. There we go. We have found x squared plus 5x minus 6. So we found here that x plus 6 multiplied to x minus 1 is the same thing as x squared plus 5x minus 6. Now, if you want to find the roots, basically when this equation is equal to 0, that means this equation is equal to 0. Now, for both of them to be 0, well, just one of them has to be 0. So let's just put x plus 6 equals 0. Then and then we subtract 6 from both sides, making x equals negative 6. And then the next one, x minus 1 equals 0. To find x, we add 1 to both sides. That means x equals 1. So these are the two roots, the first x and the second x, of this trinomial. There we have it. There is our answer of the first trinomial. Let's look at another example. Now, 2x squared plus x minus 6. Now, we can't just use our um, the way, we can't just factorize it the same way we did it in this one, in this form of x squared plus bx plus c, because this one is ax squared, not just x squared, as this way only works for x squared. Now ax squared. Now bear with me for a moment. We'll now multiply 2 and negative 6. Now what is 2? 2 is a, so we will multiply a and c. So this will become ac. And then we drop down the x squared here, x squared, and then we drop down the x here, plus x plus ac. So this is what we'll look for, this form. So 2 times negative 6. 2 times negative 6 is a times c. 2 times negative 6 will be negative 12. So we'll replace the ac with negative 12. Now, now you have to keep in mind that this is not equal. This and this is not equal. So do not put an equal sign there. This is just one of the steps we have to use to get an easy way of factorizing it, right? So now we have a form of x squared plus bx plus c. Here it is, where the ax is just 1. The a is just 1. Okay, so x squared plus x minus 12. Now let's find the two values. Two values when multiplied will equal to negative 12, which is the c, and when two values are added will equal to 1. 1 is the b right here, as 1x is the same as just x, because 1 times anything is just equal to itself. 1 times x is just equal to x. So we don't need to put the 1 there, it's just x there. So when these two values are multiplied, it is equal to negative 12. When p and q are multiplied, it is equal to negative 12. But when p and q is added, it is equal to 1. Now, let's look at a few factors of 12, or negative 12, I should say. There's negative 6 and 2, negative 6 times 2. But when added, negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4, and that is not 1. What about 6 and negative 2? 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. But 6 minus 2 is 4. That is not 1. Next one is 4 and 3. Let's try negative 4 and 3. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. But negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. And that is not 1 right here. So let's try 4 and negative 3. 4 and negative 3. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. 4 minus 3 is 1. So this pair is what we're looking for, 4 and negative 3. So again, we'll put two brackets down, x here and x there, as when x times x is x squared, and then we'll plug in the two values, which is 4 and negative 3. Remember, negative 3. So positive 4 plus 4, and then minus 3 right here. Now, this is not our final answer. As I said, this is just this equation, just the x squared plus x minus 12 factorized, but it is not 2x squared plus x minus 6. So now what we need to do, now bear with me for a second, what we need to do is put down the a in front of the x's. Yeah? Put down the a, which is 2. Put down the a, which is 2, in front of the x's in the brackets. Right? So here will be 2x plus 4. Here will be 2x minus 3. Now let's see. Are either of these two brackets, the contents, are they able to be divided? So 2x plus 4, we can see that there's a common factor there, which is 2. We can divide both of them by 2. 2x divided by 2 will be just x. 4 divided by 2 is just 2. So x plus 2 is what we're left with. And this one doesn't have a common factor, so we'll just leave it there, 2x minus 3. And this is our answer. X plus 2 times 2x minus 3. Then again, if you're looking for the roots, that is when this is equal to 0 and this is equal to 0. X plus 2 equals 0, which is this one. For the first root, we have to subtract 2 from both sides. Minus 2, minus 2. This will disappear. And x will equal to negative 2. So the first x is equal to negative 2. Second one, 2x minus 3. First, we have to subtract 3. Oh, well, we have to add 3 to both sides first, making 2x equals 3. And then we have to divide both sides by 2, leaving x equals 3 over 2. So the second root is 3 over 2. So this is basically the answer to this trinomial right here. Let's look at some few more examples. 3x squared plus 6x minus 9. Now we see this a is not 1, so we can't just simplify it like we did in the first one. But there's an a here which is not 1, but we have to first check, can we spot a common factor in this one? Can we spot one? Well, I can spot one, and that is 3. If we divide all of these by 3, leaving us with 3, what's 3x squared divided by 3? That's just x squared. 6x divided by 3, that's just going to be 2x. Minus 9 divided by 3, that's just going to be negative 3. Alright? So this is what we're left with if we factor 3 out of the equation. Now, we have now we have a equals 1, leaving us with x squared. So now we can just simplify it the same way we did with the first one. Now, x squared plus 2x minus 3. Alright, let's find those two values, p and q. When multiplied is equal to negative 3, and when added is equal to 2, which is b right here. Right, for a second, just ignore the 3 right here. Just ignore it, alright? Alright, so what are the two values? Let's just see. How about negative 3 and 1? Negative 3 and 1. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2, so that's not the answer, because we're looking for 2, not negative 2. Next one is 3 and negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 3 minus 1 is 2, and that is the answer. So it'll be 3, remember to put down the 3 here, x plus 3, x minus 1, alright? So this is the answer for this equation right here. Now you could plug in the 3 here, plug in this and this here, making it 3x plus 9 multiplied by x minus 1. That is just exactly the same thing as this one. Now let's just find the roots of this equation. Let's just put both of these to 0. You can find the roots of this one or this one, it'll just be the same thing. Alright. First bracket, let's find the root of it. 3x plus 9 equals 0. Let's subtract 9 from both sides, making it 3x equals negative 9. Now let's divide 3 from both sides, leaving us with x. Yeah, if we divide 3 from both sides, leaving us with x equals negative 3, as negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Now the second root, take down the other bracket, is x minus 1 equals 0. Now we add 1 to both sides, leaving us with x equals 1. So first x, second x. This is the answer to this trinomial. Alright, let's look at one final example. X squared plus 34x plus 225. Wow, you must think this is going to be very, very crazy. This is going to be very, very hard as the numbers are big. But remember, in order to be good at math, you have to face the big problems first. Once you've faced the big problems, the other problems will get much and much easier. If you're afraid to face the big problems in math, you'll get nowhere. Alright, 225, 34. Now, we have a 1 as a here, so we don't need to do anything to this equation. So, 225, let's find P and Q. These two values, when multiplied, is equal to 225, 225, and when added, is equal to 34. P plus Q equals 34. Now let's look at some factors of 225, yeah? 225. First one, being the very common one, is 15 and 15. 15 times 15 is 225. But when added, 15 plus 15, that is 30 and not 34. Another one, 25 and 9. 25 times 9 is 225. Well, how do you find that so fast, 25 times 9? I would have never gotten that, you might think. Well, just think of 25 times 10. 25 times 10, which is 250. And what is 25 less from 250? 225, which is 25 times 9. That's it. And 25 plus 9, as we can see, 25 plus 9, 5 plus 9, that's equal to 14. We put 1 here, and that is equal to 34. 25 plus 9 is 34. So those are the two values we're looking for. So it'll be x plus 25, x plus 9. This is our factorized version. Let's look for the roots. First root, first bracket, x plus 25 is equal to 0. Let's subtract 25 from both sides to get x. So leaving us with x equals negative 25. And the second bracket, x plus 9 equal to 0. Subtract 9 from both sides, leaving us with x equals negative 9. So first x is negative 25, second x is negative 9. Alright, that must be all of it. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. And if you have any feedback, please tell me, as I want to further improve my content in maths. Thank you very much.